Would Medusa have tiny snakes as pubes? Why or why not?
I don't think so, or else she'd be depicted with millions of tiny snakes all over her body replacing all her hairs.
So, I looked it up. Medusa was cursed by Athena. The stated effect of the curse is that her hair was turned into snakes. So essentially that would depend on whether or not Medusa shaved. Congratulations, you thought of something I wish I had. Holy crap, she would not. Pube hair thickness is the same as head hair, but curlier. If anything, she would have a twisted wad of full-sized kinked up snakes down there. Ditto her armpits.
Someone already thought of that. The question seldom addressed is where Medusa had snakes. Underarm hair is an even more embarrassing problem when it keeps biting the top of the deodorant bottle. You will win $1 million if you can sit through a comedy show and not laugh or smile once. You can pick any comedian you want. Whose show are you going to? I would pick someone that speaks a completely different language. Pretty sure I wouldn't find any of it funny if I don't understand it. Mitch Hedberg. While he was alive, he was funny as hell. Now, it'd just be awkward, staring at his corpse for an hour.
James Corden will guarantee me 0 laughs. But I'm not sure 1 mil would cover my pain and sacrifice of having to endure him. Who's the asshat with the jawline that Netflix threw a special at because he had a lot of TikTok views? That asshat.
James Corden. I have no idea how he got into the comedy business. I can sit there and just wonder how and why this man is considered funny. You wake up from a coma that lasted 8 years. What's your first question? I would probably fall right back into a coma when I found out the Eagles won 2 Super Bowls in that time. You got the death penalty and you have to choose an animal to be killed by. What animal do you choose?
Inland taipan snake. They shut down the nervous system and just make you pass out quickly, so you're gonna die, but not super painfully.
Do you have to die, or is it just a fight to the death? First scenario. Some psychedelic frog. Second. Jellyfish. I look the judge right in the eyes and choose him. Specifically. He who passes the sentence should swing the sword.
Probably a big cat. I've heard they snap the neck of their prey so you die pretty fast, whereas other animals will rip you apart before eating you. Not sure how true that all is though, lol.
Whatever snake has the fastest acting neurotoxin. Seems like it should be like pulling the power cord. Not too much writhing agony.
Why does being filthy rich almost always turn you into a terrible person?
It doesn't. Being a terrible person makes it much easier to become filthy rich, and also it allows you not to hide who you are.
I know lots of people who are very wealthy, and most of them are great people. However, the worst person I ever met also happened to be wealthy, so there is that.
I don't know what your definition of filthy rich is, but I suspect the premise is based on the anecdotal nature of news coverage rather than any sort of representative sample. The top 1 consists of nearly 3.5 million people. You don't know that Buffet seems nice and Munger seemed like a fair man. Musk is deranged, always has been, but Zuckerberg and Bezos don't strike me as evil. I think in the acquisition phase they compete viciously and the losers will usually paint them as awful people. Competing in business does not make you awful. Kick an old lady awful. It just means that you claw your way to the top and have sharp elbows. With Zelensky offering his resignation up in exchange for NATO membership and drawing the line in this stance, what do you think his fate will be?
I'm not sure what will happen to Zelensky in the future, but Russia will never agree to anything that involves including Ukraine in NATO. They won't take the deal and he knows it. He is just saying that to prove that he's not a dictator. Remaining in power is not important to him. The safety and future of Ukraine is important to him.
My opinion? It's not an offer he intends on being accepted. It serves 2 purposes: silences the accusations of him being a dictator and buys them time. He was literally calling out all Trump's utterly demented ramblings and showing that he, Zelensky, is the statesman, who is putting his country before anything, is the exact opposite of a dictator and doesn't care about anything for him on a personal. Mega utter idiots are losing their minds over this cause. It shows what idiots they are.